Let's begin our meeting. It's my pleasure to introduce Selvi Stanislaus, Executive Officer of the Franchise Tax Board since 2006 and first woman to lead the second largest tax department in the nation. Under Selvi's leadership, FTB's 6,000 employees have thrived and she has successfully modernized the department's technology system to the enterprise data to revenue project. Her innovative work has earned multiple awards, including the NASCIO State Technology Innovator Award, quite an accomplishment. After practicing law in Sri Lanka, Selvi immigrated to California in 1986, earned her JD with honors and LLM in tax law, and has dedicated her career to public service. She also gives back through pro bono work teaching tax law at local institutions. So please join me in welcoming Selvi Stanislaus. Executive Director, you are on. The floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Bobby. You are so kind. And good morning, everyone. It's such an honor to join all of you today at the Statewide Disability Advisory Council meeting. I'm deeply appreciative of the work this council and so many of you across the state service are doing to strengthen access, opportunity, and equity for individuals with disabilities. As Governor Newsom highlighted in his proclamation for Disability Employment Awareness Month, Californians with disabilities are vital to the strength of our communities and our economy. They enrich our workplace with diverse talents, perspectives, and life experiences that make us better at what we do, serving the people of this great state. So let me speak to you about FTB. At FTB, Franchise Tax Board, we see that every day. Our mission is to provide fair, effective tax administration, depending on a workforce that reflects the diversity of California we serve. Inclusion isn't just a value we talk about, it's something that we practice. It's embedded in how we operate. So for us, inclusion begins with opportunity. We believe people with disabilities deserve not only access to employment, but equitable access to meaningful careers, opportunities to grow, to lead, to shape the future of public service. So FTB is so proud of our SDAC, Disability Advisory Committee, which plays a key role in helping us live to that commitment. Our SDAC members, all volunteers, dedicate their time and energy to raising awareness. They identify barriers and they help us make real improvements that benefit our entire organization. So each year, the committee coordinates powerful activities that highlight disability awareness and foster understanding across our department. So things like Autism Awareness Month, to World Down Syndrome Day, to Deaf Awareness Month, that keeps our workforce learning, listening, and also growing. So for example, this past spring, they shared practical tips on communicating effectively with colleagues who are deaf or hard of hearing, simple actions that can transform a conversation, a meeting, or a workplace relationship. They also led education efforts around reasonable accommodations, reminding us that inclusion often comes down to empathy, to communication, and flexibility. So these aren't just nice to have efforts. They're essential to creating a workplace where everyone can thrive, where an employee's success is measured by their skills and contributions and not limited at all by barriers or assumptions. So October's National Disability Employment Awareness Month, or as you know as ND, gives us a moment to pause, to reflect, and to celebrate the incredible contributions of employees with disabilities. But it also reminds us of the work that still lies ahead. So this year's theme, celebrating value and talent, could not be more fitting. It's a reminder that our workforce is strongest when it's inclusive of every kind of talent. People with disabilities bring creativity, resilience, and problem-solving skills and make our organization, FTB, more innovative and also more effective. So at FTB, we've seen firsthand how employees with disabilities bring unique perspectives to our work in tax administration, in technology, even in public service, and also in leadership. They challenge us to think differently, to design better systems, and to ensure our services are truly accessible to all Californians. I often say that a great organization doesn't just reflect the diversity of the people it serves, it learns from it. And that's exactly what inclusion does. It helps us learn. And we at FTB has learned so much from diversity and from all our employees. So let me speak about some of our events happening at FTB. So at FTB, as part of our recruitment and inclusion strategies for persons with disabilities, we actively encourage managers and hiring teams to think broadly and think inclusively when recruiting and interviewing candidates. We also work very closely with our Equal Employment Opportunity Office to ensure that reasonable accommodations are readily available and that the interactive process is responsive and supportive. So let's speak about some careers, events that are happening at FTB. I'd like to share with you that we're having a career expo. Yes, FTB is hosting a career expo next week on Tuesday, October 21st from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. The flyer is in the chat and includes all the information you need to join. Please feel free to share the flyer with anyone you know who may be interested. So once again, I want to thank all of you for including me in this wonderful event. And then as we celebrate Disability Employment Awareness Month, I'm always reminded that inclusion is not a destination, it's a continuous journey. Every day, we learn more about what it means to truly create an equitable workplace. So I often reflect on something my late father taught me long time ago. True leadership is about service, about lifting others up so they can reach their potential. That lesson guides me still, and I see it in the work of so many of you here today. So once again, let's all continue and all join working together to create a California where every individual, regardless of disability, has the opportunity to contribute, to succeed, and to belong. Thank you once again to everyone for your time. Back to you, Bobby.
Thank you so much. Do you have a couple of minutes to answer any questions that the audience may pose? And if so, audience, if you have any question, please unmute or post it on the chat. And Sylvie only has a couple of minutes left. So go ahead. And while they're doing that, you know, your late father was a wise man, gave a very important lesson for all of us to learn from. You as a leader obviously have demonstrated a great leadership, virtues and values for all the things that you have done historically. One question that comes to mind that we ask most of the guest speakers and the leaders that show on, how are you doing with your disability parity rate, meaning the percentage of employees that are employed within your organization of the 6,000 folks are with person with disabilities? If you know the answer to the question, I don't expect you to.
Yeah, Kelly is here. Maybe Kelly might be able to give you the exact percentage. Kelly, go ahead.
Yes, hello, good morning. Let's see if I can start my video. There we go. So currently at the end of 2020, as of June 30th, 2025, our parity rate was 9.9%. And it's been increasing over the last 3 years. And so that's part of the effort that Selvi was speaking about today. The Disability Advisory Committee efforts, the partnership with the recruitment team. For instance, just last week we attended the CHP ending event. Bobby, I think we saw you there as well. So yeah, currently we are at 9.9%.
Great. Thank you so much. And one of the things Selvi mentioned is you're encouraging managers to hire person with disabilities and so on. That's a great effort. And I'm sure that's was one of the reasons why your parity rate increased. Our goal is to reach 16.6 statewide, but that's an ambitious goal. Many of the departments are trying hard to get there. My question to you is, are you also using tools like leap hiring where you can have some preference and try people out with disabilities within service?
Absolutely, Bobby. We've been doing that since I joined FTB, or probably before my time too, the 20 years I've been here. We actively review and look at that list as well.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much. Again, you have been generous with your time. Are there any other questions, Alex?
Yeah, I'm just wondering, is there anything that you know that your agency is doing that others are not, perhaps that may be worth considering to increase parity rates or to drive change of disability culture at your agency?
I'm not, Kelly, can I punt it over to you? I'm not sure what other departments are doing, but I know we are very, very active when it comes to disabilities, and I'm sure other departments are also doing that too. We have meetings with our our agency, GovOps, and we've always discussed this question with other directors, and I know everyone's trying their very best to raise the parity rate, but let me punt it over to Kelly because she may have the answer.
Right. I'm unaware of what other departments are doing as well that's different than we are. When I attend SDAC and other meetings that include different DACs, it seems like we're all kind of in sync with the similar efforts. I know with the CalHR survey, it is voluntary, and so the rate is based on those who participate in that survey. So I think that plays a big part in our percentage rate.
Great. Well, thank you so much. Are there any other questions for Director Stanislaus? If none, I'm only going to give another second or two. If no one has any other questions, I'm going to say goodbye to Selvi. Thank you so much for being here and contributing to this important conversation. We're really happy to hear all the efforts that you're expending, and you're a great leader. I'm sure you're going to continue to do that. So please come back and, anytime you have anything to say or share with us, and we welcome you back again in future.
Thank you so much, Bobby, Alex, and also, my colleague Kelly too for her answers as well. And I look forward to coming back and joining you sometime in the future.
Great.
Thank you, everyone.
Take
care.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye-bye.